So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative llosses.
Gets this to Bateman. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4th down, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Thrown on the run, deep down that left. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn has got it. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Smith to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now first run of the game is Amir White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Smith. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing is Smith. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Man in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And now they have a first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up 6-0 here in the first. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They're out and set, first and 10. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. You know that call you had ready, though? You could recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Working quickly here. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on first. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense. He had another chance to take a shot on him.
And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And now it's second down. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion.
Report!
Jackson trying again after the pick. Bateman hauls it in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. This is ahead for about 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens trailing on the scoreboard. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Blitz coming here. Jackson finding Flowers. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Clock's still running as the... And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Oh no, they get him yet again. That's Justin Simmons. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Ravens might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago. Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. Racing down the left side. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Ravens 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
180.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Jukes out a 1-stop. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Flush down now to his left. And they pick him off again. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Raiders have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll get this to Tucker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. back gets the handoff. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. Headed out right. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Andrews with the catch. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
First down throw for Jackson. Henry on the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 3. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 5. Got his target. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first down, Jackson completes this one to Hill. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they have to come up with 7 yards now on 3rd and goal. Now it's Lamar. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. They'll set up here for the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Ravens kicking team is ready. And they're going to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to the well again. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Across midfield to the 45. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. Now as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Wallace with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Working quickly here. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's calling his own number again. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Forced out to his right. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Completed to Flowers. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, he certainly went all out for that block. Didn't find the football, but he did find the punter. And the roughing call keeps that offense out there with a new set of downs. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. The Ravens look like they got it back, and they did! All right, partner, peel back the curtain for everyone who's watched this happen on Sundays. Win looks unlikely, but they're still trying this kick. What is the coach now saying to his offense before they run out there?
I can hear the great Tom Moore, longtime NFL coach, over and over. He would preach to us through the week during the game. Whoever plays the game the hardest, the longest, is going to win. And my goodness gracious, you just recovered an onside kick. So play this game to the final second.
He's got Andrews. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. First down from the red zone. On the move, headed right. Looking right, and he finds him. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
13.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Here he is to throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Frank. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. They may have caught them a little by surprise on the last onside try, but certainly much more prepared this time around. That one is not successful.
Yeah, it's tough enough. The numbers tell all of us, right? It's tough enough to do it once. Recovering 2 in a row, well, that's borderline impossible. And that Hands team, they were going to let their side down a second time, that's for sure.
They'll run here on first down. He ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one.